Hello my friends, welcome to your hip and lower back yoga practice. To start, just come and join me on your mat. We're going to start lay down on our backs, so make yourself nice and comfortable. Prop any cushions up that you might need. We're going to bring our feet to as wide as the mat, bring the knees to touch together in the center. And just place both hands on the chest or on the stomach, wherever feels nice. Taking these first few moments to just arrive, settle in the present moment. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Feel the length of your spine connected to the ground, especially your lower back. Lovely. From here, just draw the knees into the chest. Grab hold of them with the hands, give yourself a big hug and just have a gentle sway from side to side. Just gently massaging the lower spine. And then from here, we're just going to take a few circles with the legs. So take the knees away from you, out and round in a big circle and then back in. Just starting to mobilize, open the hips a little bit. And then just reversing the circle, so draw the knees into you, take them wide and then away. Lovely, then we're going to extend the left leg out long, keep hugging the right knee into the chest. Take a few little foot circles here as you do. And then just swaying from side to side with the leg, just opening it out to the right, crossing it over to the left a little bit. Finding a little bit more movement. And then we're going to extend the sole of the foot to the sky, coming to happy baby. So taking hold of the outside of the foot, maybe the outside of the calf, and just start to draw the knee down into the armpit. If you can, keep the other hip nice and parallel. You can place your hand on the opposite hip to keep it grounded. Nice, use your exhales to guide it down a little bit further. Nice, my friends. Then releasing the foot, we're going to bend the leg back in, guiding it over to the left with the left hand. Just shift your hips to the right to come to find a little release in a supine twist. Right arm opens out to the side. Finding a gentle twist through the lower spine. Feeling a nice stretch on the outside of the glute and down the leg. Good, then roll yourself back to center, hug the knee into the chest one last time, and then switching sides, hug the left leg in this time, let the right leg stretch out long. Good, just take those foot circles, just lubricating, waking up the ankles. And then have a sway with the leg, opening it out, crossing it over the body. Good, extend the sole of the foot to the sky again and then come to find your half happy baby on this side. Maybe you take hold of the outer edge of the calf, or maybe you come to the outside edge of the foot. And then on an exhale, just drawing the knee down towards the floor, towards your armpit. Keeping the right hip parallel up to the ceiling if you can. Perhaps try kicking the right heel into the floor. This helps me keep that right side nice and parallel, nice and grounded. Good, again, use your exhales to release any stagnant energy there, so you can move in a little bit deeper. And then releasing your grip, bend the leg and guide it over to the right with the right hand, just shifting the hips to the left a little bit. Open the left arm out to come to find your twist. Good, just allowing yourself to soften and surrender into that lovely spinal twist. Good, then come back onto the back, hug the left knee in. And then we're going to bring both soles of the feet to the sky this time to come into our full happy baby pose. So bending the legs, again taking hold of maybe the lower leg, perhaps the outer edges of the feet. And then drawing the knees down to the floor or the armpits. Option to take a sway here if you prefer some movement in your happy baby. If you want to find complete stillness, then using your strength of your arms to pull the feet down, and just use that to soften and send the shoulder blades down the spine. Good, enjoy feeling the length of your back, the spine on the mat. Lovely, my friends. Releasing your legs now, straighten them up to the sky before hugging them in. And then take a lovely rock and roll of the spine, massaging your way up to come to seated. You can cross over the legs or bring them round to one side to come to your tabletop pose. And then we're just going to take some body circles here. So close your eyes. You can take normal cat-cows if you want, or just start to move your spine round in a lovely yummy circle. Nice. From here, we're going to move the lower legs and swift them over to the left. Walk the hands over to the left as well. And then as you exhale, soften the sit bones off behind you to the right. Finding a little version of a child's pose, a bit of a side stretch. Nice. Soften the body over the legs. And then start to make your way back up, walk back round to center, and then we'll come to the other side. A few body circles round the other way this time. You can perhaps get your head involved if that feels nice. Close the eyes. And then pick the legs, take them over to the right as you walk the hands over as well. And then exhale to soften back and over to the left to find your variation child's pose. Good, feel that lovely stretch up the side of the body, perhaps the glute and the thigh as well. And then walking your way back to center when you're ready, tuck the toes underneath and start to send the sit bones back and high to find downward facing dog. Keeping the knees nice and bent to start with. Just think of sending your chest back towards your thighs. And then start to straighten your legs if you can. Maybe take a little pedal here when you get there, bending one leg at a time. Good, then come to ease the heels down, downward dog. Lovely, and we're going to step the right foot forward to the outside of the right hand, and then drop the left knee to find lizard pose. Good, grab your blocks if you need to close the gap to the floor a little bit. Take a little moment here, and then we're going to work at hugging the right knee in towards us as you draw the chin into the chest. Just have a little feel where you feel that might be quite intense in the left hip flexor. Nice, stretching through that very tight area. And then we're going to start to walk, heel toe the foot out a little bit. You can start to open the leg out with the right hand if you want, or just bring the hand to the floor as you open the right knee over the toes. Good. Option here to take a big circle with that right arm, reaching to the back of the mat to find a little twist. Good. Keep sending the hips forward and down. Lovely, my friends. We're going to tuck the back toe underneath now, reaching the right arm back round and forward to find the floor. Have a little sway from side to side, maybe forwards and backwards. Heel toe the foot back in and push away from the floor and start to send the right leg back and high to a three-legged dog. Nice, pressing the chest back towards the left leg as much as you can. And then we're going to bend that top leg. Think of stacking the hips one on top of the other, drawing the right heel to the right glute. Lovely. And then just taking big circles with the right knee all the way out to the side and then down. Good. Getting into the hip a little bit more, keeping that leg nice and bent. Lovely, then straighten the leg back up to the sky. We're going to shift forward and draw the knee through to the nose in a plank position. And then crossing the right ankle on top of the left thigh. Good, you might need to walk the hands back a little bit, soften into that standing leg, almost into a figure four position. Lovely, right knee is turning all the way out, so we're feeling a lovely stretch down the right glute. And then start to lower yourself down, keeping the legs in that position. You can grab any blocks that you might need here. Toes come to the floor. Walk the hands forward a little bit, and then we're going to soften the body over the legs. Now this can be a little bit intense, so grab your block underneath the right knee if you need. We're stretching the feet at the same time as the glute and all the way down the outside of the right leg. Good, so just be gentle, use your breath, use your props. If you find you've got a bit more space, you can bring the toes off the floor, send the hips back to the heel a little bit more. Lovely, from here start to walk yourself forward, bringing the knee down to the floor or a cushion this time and the toes. Start to bring yourself up onto your knee, bring the palms to touch. Good, think of sending the tailbone down towards the floor, so we're lovely and long through the spine. Again, just opening through that right hip. And then bring the hands back down to the floor. Start to push your weight back. Release the leg, extend to three-legged dog. And then place the foot back down, downward facing dog. Lovely, my friends. Take a few rounds of breath here. Perhaps notice the difference between either side. And then when you're ready, you'll step the left foot forward on the outside of the hand and then drop the right knee to find lizard pose. Have a little moment, a little sway from side to side, just arriving on this side. And then when you're ready again, we're going to hug the knee in towards the body, draw the chin down to the chest. Just feeling the full stretch in this pose, in this moment. Before you then have a little heel toe of the foot out, just guiding the knee out to the side with the hand if you want, or just letting it fall away, bring the hand down to the floor or your block. Nice, again, option to big reach over with the arm to reach to the back of the mat to find a twist. Nice, keep gently driving the hips forward and down. And we're going to tuck the back toe underneath. As you hover the back knee off, reach the arm back and forward. Hand comes down to the inside of the left foot. Nice, take a little moment here. And then push away from the floor, hovering the leg off, and then send it up and back to find three-legged dog. Nice, keep sending the chest back towards the right thigh and then bending the top leg, stacking open the hips. Good, draw the heel to the glute as much as you can. And then take those big knee circles with the left leg, all the way around, down, and then back. A few of these before you stretch the leg back out to the sky. And then draw the knee through to the nose as you come forward, and then cross the leg over the top of the right thigh, softening the right knee. And then press your body back over the legs to find that lovely figure of four version of downward dog. Good, keep that left foot nice and active to protect the knee. And then start to lower the knees down to the floor. Again, grab your props and everything, walk the hands forward. And then start to send the hips back to the heel, softening the body over the left leg. Again, remember this can be a little bit intense, so maybe keep the toes on the floor if that feels better. Using your exhales to let go, to soften the muscles around the joint. Lovely, my friends. Start to shift forward, lowering the left knee down. Walk the hands in and up to rise up onto the knees. Palms come to touch. Left toes are tucked under for support as well. And think of drawing the tailbone down to the floor, so you're tilting the pelvis underneath a little bit to open up in the left hip. Nice. Bring the hands back down to find almost a tabletop. Draw the knee into the chest and then send it up and back to three-legged dog one last time before coming to find downward facing dog. Lovely, friends. Take a big spinal wave all the way through to plank and then soften your way back downward dog. Nice. Another one of these. Just lubricating a little bit, moving in a different way. Nice, then take a look forward. We're going to draw the right knee to the wrist. Come to find pigeon pose, so flaring the leg into the mat, lowering the back knee down. Good, and then just come to find your version. Grab your props. You can have both legs bent if you want, and then take an inhale to puff up the chest. And then use your exhale to fold over. Just coming down to as far as you can feel. A really good stretch here again. Use your blocks, use your props. And close your eyes. Start to allow your body to soften. And just start to walk the hands back in to bring yourself up. You're going to swing the back leg round to the front to find our fire log pose or double pigeon. So placing the left foot or ankle on the right knee. Aim is to get both lower legs to be parallel, but obviously that might not happen. As you can see, mine aren't. So grab your block or anything to place under the left leg. Good, and we're just working at guiding that left thigh down, just nice and gently. You can give it a little bit of pressure if you feel like it. If you want to come to forward fold, then perhaps bring the elbows onto the knees, palms in prayer position. We're just working at using our breath to dive in a little bit deeper. Maybe taking big, releasing exhales out of the mouth. Inviting in softness. Inviting in releasing and surrendering. Good. From there, bring the hands to the floor. Start to slowly walk yourself up. And then taking the top leg off, nice and gently, we'll come to find pigeon on the other side. So just swinging the right leg round and back. Set yourself up, have a fiddle around, and then take a big inhale to open the chest. And use your exhale to fold over the front leg. Nice, perhaps notice the difference on this side. Maybe it's a little bit tighter, so you need blocks, or maybe it's a little bit looser, so you can come all the way down. Just knowing it's important to acknowledge where you are, and always start from where you are in this moment. Good. When you're ready, walking yourself back up. And then we'll swing the back leg around to find our double pigeon on this side. Ankle comes on top of the left knee, guiding the right knee out. Lovely. Few options with the hands again. Perhaps just bring them behind and sitting upright is perfect. But just notice what time does and what your breath does. Perhaps you can start moving as your body starts surrendering. Notice if you want a little bit more, maybe bringing the elbows down, palms come to touch so you can fold over a little bit. Big exhales out of the mouth, just releasing anything stagnant, any stagnant energy or emotional energy in the hips. Allowing it to rise if it does. Just start to walk your hands back towards you nice and slowly. And then picking the top foot off, we're going to bring both legs out in front of us, flexing the feet. Taking an inhale to reach both arms up to the sky, sitting nice and tall on the sit bones. And then exhale as you fold over the legs into our Paschimottanasana. And keep the knees a little bit soft here to help, perhaps grabbing the calves or the outsides of the feet. Nice, just relish in closing the hips a little bit. Perhaps think of drawing the big toes towards one another so we're internally rotating the legs. Lovely, then just work at softening the body over. Let the head hang really heavy. And then when you're ready, take a big inhale to sweep the arms up to the sky. Bring the hands behind you now, fingertips facing towards you. Think of taking a big shoulder roll, tucking the shoulders underneath you. And then press your way up into a reverse plank, pressing into the feet, lifting the hips and the body up to the sky, opening the chest. And then lowering your way back down. Come to find a seated position in the center of your mat. Lovely. Take a big sweep of the arms up to the sky, palms touch at the top, and then draw them down to your heart center. Thank you so much for joining me for your hip and back opening practice. Namaste.